Hey, my name is Ben, and in this video I'm going to show you some of the great examples of liquid glass implementation in iOS 26. Without any particular order, the first one in the list is Actions. Action is a task manager with a lot of attention to details and great user interface. This application was among the first to implement liquid glass, and I can see the elements are applied everywhere in the application without compromising the legacy interface. Action works very closely with Time page, which is also in the same bundle, which is your calendar application, and there is a seamless integration among these two applications. I personally found the interface quite consistent across all devices, iPad and Mac, iPhone and Watch. DayOne is one of the longest staying applications on Apple Store and is a journaling application. The first time I bought this application, I believe, was back in 2011, and ever since, they never stopped improving the interface. DayOne was also among the first to implement liquid glass, and the elements are spot on. There's a revamp in the interface also, which removed the hamburger style menu and brought everything to the bottom of the interface. Third one in the list is Things by Cultured Code. This is also among the longest staying applications on the App Store, being one of the best examples of a great user experience. Well, it still is, while implementing the liquid glass elements all over the application, and the legacy interface stayed the same. There are not much maneuver on the application, yet all the elements are switched into liquid glass. It is a bit difficult to get it on the camera, but I can see the translucency of glass everywhere on the elements. There's a little transparency on every pop-up. The buttons fully transformed everywhere in the menus, in the settings. I can see that the implementation was done accordingly. There are some missed out, but I believe in the future this is going to be addressed as well. Next one, which is one of the most favorite implementations for me, is Fantastical. Fantastical is a business class calendar application and was one of the most innovative with this ribbon animation style. So what used to be a hamburger menu, it's now completely implemented in the bottom of the page, just like what you see in the Apple Notes or reminders. So they are completely following Apple guidelines for implementation of liquid glass, and I can say this is one of the great examples. The interface is highly consistent in landscape, portrait, and across all devices again. The Mac version, although being a completely separate application, is also implemented it fully, which I'm going to showcase it in another video. This is TestSprite, a silent pair programmer, easy to set up, which handles the testing for you while you are busy coding. Tired of chasing bugs across front-end, back-end, and workflows? Let AI do the heavy lifting. It looks intimidating at first, but it's very easy to set up. Just integrate it with your IDE or Cursor AI using an API key, and then you get a set of commands that you can execute. Or you can refer to their documentations for certain prompts just to find your way out. TestSprite covers your entire stack, front-end, back-end, data, and workflows. It offers self-repair with suggestions and automatic fixes, scheduled monitoring to catch regressions early, and seamless integration with AI development tools and IDEs, and one-click setup with Cursor AI. Just connect TestSprite to your app or plug it into your IDE and it does the rest. It figures out what your code is meant to do, creates the right test cases, runs them across the UI, APIs, and data layers, and shows you what needs fixing. Projects that might start with only about 40% passing tests can jump to over 90% in one iteration. It is completely free to start with. Use the free trial for 1 month without any limitations, link in the description. Next is OmniFocus. I know when the version 4 of this application came out, it led a lot of people to disappointments, but they've been listening ever since and they kept improving the application. Right now, it's gone through a complete interface revamp and everything changed. So again, the hamburger menu completely gone. It is now all the elements of the navigation are on the bottom of the page, and I can see that the liquid glass elements are implemented properly across the interface. There are still some hiccups and sluggish transitions on the animations, especially during transitions. But I'll keep an eye on this application because from what I saw, the development team is highly active and they are constantly improving the interface and experience. OmniFocus targeted people with huge amount of projects on their hand with high complexity. This application is really feature-rich and it's highly customizable. Next on the list is MindNode. MindNode is a mind mapping application which is famous for being fluid and really easy to work with. I found it very easy to use MindNode while I'm listening to audiobooks, and I can just side note what I hear. It supports both branching and outlines, and the interface is really beautiful now with implementation of liquid glass. From top to bottom, everything is consistent, yet it uses all the elements of liquid glass. I personally haven't seen anything sluggish, anything buggy, or anything left out with this application, which is great to see. MindNode was famous for being minimalistic, and with the implementation of liquid glass and using slightly smaller elements on the interface, it made the application even more minimal and let you focus more on the branching and mind mapping. Then I want to show you BlueBird. BlueBird is not very known to people, but this is one of the applications that I've been using a lot for focusing on something. This application benefits from both a timer, which can be set to your desired time, or you can switch it to countdown, which both works the same way. It counts against your task. You can create your task and then count your focused work against it. This application is now implemented all the elements of liquid glass, and the interface, which was very beautiful, it's now still the same beautiful, but with new liquid glass. BlueBird also, despite being a small application, is very consistent and it has a high attention to details. That's why I love it. And it is accessible across all platforms, including iPad and Mac and your watch. And finally, the last one on the list is Bear Notes. Bear Notes, I believe, how Apple Notes should have been done. This application is the true example of a minimalistic application, yet super capable. Bear Notes can take and capture all your notes in one place. It still remains agile and super smooth while handling a huge database for you. I love Bear Notes for its minimalistic design, perfect use of gestures, and also benefiting from tags, which helps you easily manage your notes and categorize them only by typing. With iOS 26, there are improvements everywhere on this application. The elements are completely translucent. All the buttons and components are now using the liquid glass implementation.